Hello creative coders, welcome to our channel. I hope you all are doing great. So this video will be the first episode of our new series CSS mini projects, under which we are going to see how we can create some basic components of any websites like buttons, hamburgers, nav bars, profile cards, testimonials, everything. So if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and without any further ado, let's get started. Hello creative coders, my name is Shikhar Bania. I am an educator in Newton School. I have my own Instagram page where I post content related to web development daily. So don't forget to check that out. The link is in the description. So let's talk about Newton School. Newton School is a platform which provides you a career in tech. It has courses specially designed for freshers, working individuals, and even women who don't have any background in tech. Around 300 companies hire from Newton School. Also, Newton School is providing a pay after placement policy under which you don't have to pay anything to Newton School until and unless you are placed with a minimum of 5 lakh CTC. Sounds great, right? Let's talk about another feature of Newton School called Launchpad. So, Launchpad is an initiative taken by Newton School for those who want to start their coding journey from scratch. You can learn all of these languages like Java, Python, SQL, Node.js. You can have some hands-on experience on that. You can after completion you will receive a certificate, and you will become job ready after completing all the courses. And the best part is this whole thing is provided for free. Yes, so don't forget to check that out. So let's see what we are going to build today. This is a hamburger icon. Whenever you see three lines like this, consider it as a hamburger icon. So let me show you what happens when I click on it. It rearranges itself into this cross sign, right? So the animation is looking beautiful. And you may have seen this hamburger menu in many websites or applications, which allows the nav bar to hide and show. When I click on it, the nav bar will appear, and when I click this cross sign, the nav bar will disappear. Okay, so that is the whole function of this nav bar, and let's do some coding. So here we are in a code editor. For this animation, we are going to need three files: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Don't need to worry about JavaScript. There will be 4 lines of code in JavaScript just for helping this animation. So let's first start with HTML. So every HTML document starts with HTML tag. Then comes the head section, under which all the meta tags or the meta information for your document is present, like this meta care set, meta name, and this link is provided to attach our style.css file, and we have given the title as hamburger animation. Okay, also we are going to need jQuery plugin or CDN, so we have added this jQuery CDN, and also we have attached this script.js. Okay, so initially we are going to need 3 lines. Okay, so let's create a container for that. So div, and let's give it a class of hamburger. Okay, also let's close that div. All right, now inside this I want 3 lines. So for lines we are going to use span tag. So span, let's give it a class of line. Okay, and let's close it. So this statement will be is the code for the first line. I want 2 more lines, so copy paste this 2 times. Okay, so that's it. Our HTML code is ready. Now, before writing CSS, let's first write the helper function in JavaScript. So, using jQuery, we're going to use we're going to write the JavaScript. So, first, let's target all these tags in a document. So in jQuery, for targeting a function or targeting a value, we're going to use dollar. And inside this, we are going to pass the target value. So I want this whole document. So document. Okay. Now I want to call a function when this document will be ready. Okay. So ready. Inside this, I will pass a function. Okay. Curly braces open and close. So what this piece of code will do, it will check if the document is ready. It will call this function. Okay. Now inside this, I want to call an event. So before that, let me target this hamburger class. So in order to select a class, you use dot operator. So dot hamburger and dot click. This click is the event. Okay. This click is an event in JavaScript. When you click on the web browser, JavaScript captures that event. Okay. So dot click, I want to call another function. This is just function declaration, so we don't need to give it a name. So dot click function. Now I want to change apply another class to this hamburger. Okay, like this active. So this div will have two classes, hamburger and active, but I don't want it to present initially. I want it to assign when we click on that hamburger. Okay. So for that, dollar, and this will be this. Since we are inside this class, so by specifying this, it will directly target to this class name. So dot dollar this dot toggle class. Toggle classes will assign a new class to your class name. Okay, toggle class, and I want a class active to assign to it. Okay, so yes, that's it. In this, let me add the semicolons. Okay, so that's it for JavaScript. Now let's jump to our CSS. Uh, Let me resize it. Okay, so I want the background to get changed. So let's target the body. Inside this, let's change the background to hash B74096. Okay, so as you can see, our background is changed. Okay, now I want to edit these three lines. So it is present in this class hamburger. So dot hamburger, and every span has a class dot line. So dot line, and inside this, let's give it a width of 50 pixel. Let's give it a height of 5 pixel. Since we want a line, in line, its width is large and its height is small. That's why the width is 50 pixel and height is 5 pixel. Now let's change the background. Let me first make the display as block, so it will assign the one after another. And let's change the background color to hash F6F7FC. Okay, so as you can see, we got this rectangle. Since it is merged, those three lines are merged together, we can't see the space between them. So let's increase the space margin 8 pixel. As you can see, We got a margin of 8 pixel. But if you specify only one value in margin, it will get assigned to four sides: top, bottom, left, and right. I want 8 pixel for top and bottom only, so I will specify two values auto. So what will this will do? It will give 8 pixel margin for top and bottom, and it will automatically adjust the left and right margins. Okay, that's why we can see this, in center. Okay, let's give it a border radius of 5 pixel. Okay, uh, let me target this hamburger and increase the margin top. Let's say 15 pixel. It will increase the size of, it will increase a margin top value. Let me increase some 35. As you can see, it is getting increased. Let me change it to 50. I think it's getting wrong preference. Okay, so we got this a little lower. Now we want to animate this. Okay, so for that, before that, you might have noticed that when I move on this hamburger, the cursor is not changing. Okay, so let me change that. So dot hamburger colon hover. Okay, so what I want to do, when I'm hovering over this hamburger, I want to change the cursor. So cursor will be pointer. Let me show you. When I'm hovering over it, the cursor is changing. So this will show that the user will understand that when I click on this, something will happen. Okay, that's the whole point of changing the cursor, right? Now let's target. Now let's animate our these lines. So for that, let me. Okay, so when I click on this, okay, JavaScript will assign this active class to our lines. Okay, when I click on this, JavaScript will assign an active class to our lines. So let's target that hamburger dot active. Okay, so inside this hamburger, with this hamburger, there is an active class. I want to target it, and let's give it a transition for all 0.3 second is in and out. Let me write it and then explain it. Okay, so transition is the property. If your component is having any animation, it will control the smoothness of that. Okay, all will be the all means all of the tags or all of the elements inside your container. 0.3 second is the duration of your animation or transition, and is in and out is the in movement or out movement of your animation. Okay, so the in movement will be ease and the out movement will also be ease. So it will create a smooth effect. Okay, so next I want to target also I want it a transition delay, let's say 0.6 second. You'll understand this later. I'm just writing it. Also I want to transform all of them to rotate 45 degree. Okay, as you can see, when I click on it, it takes 0.6 second and then rotate in 45 degree. Okay, like this. right? Now let's target our first line. So this all is present in hamburger. So hamburger dot active. Okay. So when the hamburger is having this active class, inside this is dot line colon. There is a property nth child. So this line will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3. So if I want to select this first line, I will type 1. Okay. If I want to select the second line, I will type 2. I want to select the second line. So okay. Now inside this I want to decrease or remove the second line. So for that, let me decrease the width to 0 pixel. Okay. Now when I click on it, the middle or the second line gets disappeared. Okay, like this. Next, I want to target first and third line. So let's copy this whole part. This will be our first comma. This will be our third. Okay, and I just want it. I just want both of these lines to have a transition delay of 0.3 seconds. Okay, right. Okay, now I want to target only the first line. So copy this, and inside this first, I want to transform it. So what exactly I want to do? I want this first line to get a little lower. Okay. So in transform, there is a property translate x and translate y. So in our quadrant, there is an x-axis and y-axis. Okay. So if I want my element to move along y-axis, I use translate y. If I want my element to move along x-axis or horizontally, I will use transform x, translate x. Okay. So translate y. I want it to come downward. So 13 pixel. If I want it to go upward, I will use minus 13 pixel. Okay. So let me show you. When I click on it, you see the first line gets lower. Now let's copy this whole, paste it, and let's target the third one. Okay. For this third line, I want it to go up, or yes, I want it to go upward. So what will I use? I will specify the minus 13 pixel. So let's see. As you can see, first and the third line merged itself, right? But I don't want that. I want the third line to rotate and become vertical. So for that, I will rotate it by 90 degree. So as you can see, when I click on it, it will become plus and then rotate. Let me comment this out. Okay, now when I click on it, it will become a plus sign. Okay, but I want it to be, cross. So this will rotate it diagonally. Okay. You might have noticed that the animation is not smooth. So what we can do is we can copy this code and paste it inside our hamburger line. Okay. Now when I click on it, you can see the animation smoothly, right? So there we have created this beautiful hamburger menu. So I really hope you love this video. If you want the source code of this animation, the link is present in the bio. You can check the source code from there. And do follow me on Instagram where I post web content related topics daily. And don't forget to check out the Newton School's website for learning more about Newton School. So keep learning, keep growing. Thank you.